Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. New month, let's get it. New month. Let's go. We're in April already, man. Q1 done, huh? Crazy. Q1 done. Fast, man. It's been fast, to be honest. A lot has gone on. See what we got going on here. Morning to everyone. Calendar wise, ADP today, right? So ADP is kind of like a little bit of a warm up before NFP, right? NFP we have on Friday. ADP kind of a little bit of a warm up. They're expecting numbers to come back lower than expected, so less jobs added. Generally a bearish for price when less jobs are added. So if it comes back better than expected, you will see price move up on gold, price move up on stock market. If it comes back worse than expected, which is going to be a little bit shocking because they're already forecasting lower, but you can see their forecast is always shit, right? They never really get it right. You'll see a little bit of a bearish move here. Apparently we have Trump speaking as well. Let's see if they've added it here. No, but on Juice it says that Trump is speaking, so let's have a look. What time is Trump speaking? I don't see Trump speaking. Trump. We have a bit of Fed speak, but no, not Trump speaking. He spoke last night already, though. What's going on with stock market? Why so positive? This is sketchy, man. This is sketchy, but the same reason I've been saying since the webinars, right? We've been studying this in depth, and the same Trump trade I've been taking all week, right? So if you guys been seeing, I've been taking this has been the trade that's paid me the most money this month, has been fading these moves, because every time we pump here, we are pumping on the basis that Trump is saying that we're gonna stop the escalation in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But it's only him who's saying this. This is a distress, right? So if that doesn't happen, this whole move is gonna be retraced. And honestly, this is all fake, right? Because unless, like, we don't know, there is a chance that everything de-escalates in 2 to 3 weeks. There's of course a chance. But until that happens, this is all BS move up. And this is going to be all retraced, right? All of this is going to be, all of this is going to be retraced. So there's all of these fundamental factors. One side pushes, the other side pushes. Some negotiation, then it's showed that that negotiation is a lie. But as long as that narrative is being kept in the market that whole thing is going to be de-escalated, we're going to see bullish movement up here. But you know, this could end up into a lower high, consolidate, and then try higher later. We don't know yet. But for now, we can ride some of that bullish momentum until obviously something is said. If not, I'm going to be happy if we start to break down, to hold those breakdowns and look for a further move towards the downside, right? So that's something that I would look for as well. And yeah, looking at gold here, we can start off with gold. Do analysis in a minute, let a few more people show up. We'll also review Asian session here. Good to review Asian session, see what happened from Asian session here. If we look at Asian session today, market open, beautiful consolidation formed, followed by a very nice setup number 1 here. So very easy position in Asian, breaking this high, stop loss below the low, gave you to the 4-hour resistance perfectly. 1 to 1.82, very simple trade. And that was a very easy trade. Now there is a small 15-minute resistance. If you were scared about this resistance, which I can understand, some people want to try buy above this, Asian is beautiful, Asian is kind. Asian session has been really allowing you to get opportunities, so it gives you another close above here. So even if you were scared about that 15, which is a small 15, not there on the 30, and you know, you can go on the second one as well. Yeah, it's just going to reduce your, actually I think it'll make your P&L actually a little bit better here. Yeah, I think it gives you, yeah, a little bit, you know, 0.2 more, right, once you get above there. So we could say that this would be a little bit more confirmation, but either or is okay. I think the first one, since you're going break of highs, high is not bad. This one overall here is also a better one, because you're going to have more confirmation. You actually get a little bit tighter stop with 5-minute structure, which is preferred, right? So honestly, I think the second one here is also totally valid. I quite like the second one here. So overall, beautiful setups today in Asian. Well, there's only one setup. Now the sells were a little bit tough because we work from daily, and if we have daily, we have previous daily bullish, we had previous 4-hour bullish at the time. Now we close this 4-hour bearish, so there's an option today in current session to take sells. We've tapped target, max target. We're at 4-hour highs, so being at 4-hour highs means the target is obviously tapped. What are we going to do from here? Well, we can either consolidate up here, totally possible. We can start to break down. Now to go back and retest the 4-hour highs again, we're asking a lot from price to do that, right? You know, it's possible, but we're going to need good structures, and we don't really want to be trading above the highs here. We want to be trading to the highs. So right now we had obviously a little bit of a push here, hour and a half of upside. We're trying to retrace some of that. Sells below the range, yeah, makes sense, but we want to see if we can sell a little bit earlier. In order to sell right now, we need to see some sort of change of structure. Seems like market's getting normal. It can be said normal volume will regain. We don't know. It's only been 3 sessions since daylight saving time. So we have to see a bit more sessions. But Asian is continuing to be good. So if you're up during Asian, definitely need to consider continuing to trade Asian. So this is a 15 here. We can see obviously we're dumping right now. This candle is going to close about 2 minutes, which is also the 1-hour close. 1 hour is a very high chance to close bullish here, but if it closes like this, we'll leave a rejection wick to upside. For me to take sells, I want to see a change of structure here. This is only our first 5-minute pullback, could end up into a higher low, and we could actually look to take buys here with the mixed bias and actually go and retest this 4-hour up here one more time and just continue this bullish structure, because we have broken a lot of structure to upside. This pullback can create supports to continue up. If we're moving over, just have a quick look at DAX. We have that same bullish pressure on DAX here as well. DAX is actually in a very interesting daily zone. Very, very big LTAs here on daily. Might be worth to have a look at DAX. We're breaking the highs as well. It is mixed bias, but this is more like a setup number 3. Let's mark this previous 1 hour here. Put that. We can clone this as well. Bring it to the most recent one as well, so we know our range. See what's happening on 30-minute here. Big wick to fill. 15-minute clean candles. It's a pretty nice zone, to be honest. If DAX wants to play ball today, it's quite nice, especially if we can break out above this 5-minute. This is going to be a simple trade, you know, textbook trade that I would take. Just depends on volume, right? But textbook trade above here. Let's see if there's any 5 issues on 5. No, 5 is even clean. Yeah, it's a very high probability trade with volume, this, if we were to break out of here. And so far the breakouts have been continuing, right? We've continued from the lows. It's been quite nice. Would be an issue, you know, if it does decide to fake out in London, but we're gonna have the 1 hour close above as well. Man, I'm happy. Like I've not really traded DAX too much because of recent price action, but this type of trade, if we do get a nice 5-minute close above, I don't think I cannot take it. It'd be hard for me not to take it. It's a lot of confirmation, and I mean if I take it and it just fakes out, then that's the time to put the full nail in the coffin with DAX and not even analyze it, because then it's just not tradable, because it's not doing anything. But 4 hours breaking highs, daily time frame closing bullish, 1 hour time frame closed above, 30-minute time frame has structure now as well, 15-minute time frame has structure as well, 5-minute time frame has structure. It's a lot. So let's come back to it. in 5 minutes here and see what happens in 5 minutes. So NASDAQ here. NASDAQ going to be pretty similar with that full bullish pressure. We don't have the best LTAs like DAX. DAX has a lot more LTAs here. It's not that bad, but we have a 15 sitting here. Bias is going to be very similar. We have previous daily bullish, previous 4 hours closing that same doji, so almost virtually the same. 1 hour time frame, again stuck at this resistance here. We can call this a 15, and a 1 hour, it works the same. 30 minute, we have the same resistance. So I think NASDAQ buys. We could buy to that 30 on NASDAQ, so it will be a very similar trade. Just going to put a little box here because sometimes we like to react off this. Yep. So a close above here on NASDAQ as well could be a same trade. You trade back towards this box, try get towards the 15. If DAX is going to play out, probably NASDAQ is as well. DAX is pushing hard already. 3 minutes for this candle to close. So that's another thing, right? I could be right today, but DAX just does some BS price action and pushes straight through. Totally possible as well. So NASDAQ, I have the same sort of analysis now. We do technically have a 4 hour bearish. Not the strongest bearish close. But if we want to start moving down today, I need to get back in the range, right? It's as simple as that. Once we get back inside the range, I can consider sells. If we're going to hold outside the range today, I'm not going to be looking for sells. Right? Sells make no sense for me if we're going to hold outside the range, right? It just makes no sense. So let's see what ends up happening with that, and then we can see how we can capitalize off some moves, bullish moves we're having here. See if the fundamental drivers, there's a lot, like, we also have fundamental drivers here for DAX as well, and for NASDAQ. What we want to see now is some sort of 1 minute structure created. That would be ideal here in the next 2 minutes. So if the next 2 minute candles could actually move bearish, give us a bearish candle close, should give us an option for buys. Wick fill this as well. Look for a wick fill, 17 points, 20 points, go break even at the 1 hour. Then you look for that 1-to-1 above there. If the next 2 minutes just blast, unfortunately, we will have to wait for pullbacks to get an entry. It's not unfortunate, it's just a little bit of a change. So let's see what happens. Here, I recently been struggling a lot with taking 1 to 2 trades, aim for small profits. Although I'm always greedy, and although I try focus on the outcomes as much as possible, I always get caught up. It's not aim for small profits, you aim for just a target. So best way to overcome that is literally drag and drop a TP. Once your trade is in profit and your stop is maybe at break even, leave that TP there and don't touch the chart. Close your terminal, That's going to be the best way. When the trade goes in profit, I want to move my TP and start trailing on the 1 minute, instantly get trailed out multiple times. When I don't trail, price reverses back and hits the BE. Your targets are wrong, right? So if you that always happens, then your targets are wrong. So let's see, 26 seconds here for this candle to close above. It might not even close above, guys, right? That's always possible. Looks like it's going to be below. It's trying. It'll be shitty if it's like just slightly above. So that's below on broker, below here. Yeah. Put a line on broker. I mean, it's marginally above. Marginally above. But I can't really do much with that. Gonna wait 5 minutes. Harry, which one to choose for partner change, IB or CPA in Vantage? IB. Harry, after I started trading, I avoid family functions and also avoid those friends who are not serious. Why? Why? You don't have to avoid family functions. I mean, what's How is avoiding family functions going to make your trading better? Remember, markets are here to stay. Your time is not here to stay, huh? Like, that's a big mistake I made in my journey. Like, I sacrificed a lot, but like, going to one function on one day is not going to affect your whole results. Yeah, doing it multiple times, fine, because now you're lacking, but you have to make the effort, right? People appreciate effort. Spending time with people is something that you can't get back. You can't buy it later, right? You won't be able to buy time. No money will be able to solve experiences. No money will be able to solve memories. No money will be able to, it can create memories, yes, but again, time is what you need, right? And no one knows what your future holds. So make the effort. Go to a family function. Shake people's hand. Show your face. Be kind. It's much better that way. You also said about avoiding friends. Yeah, that will have to change. Your friend circle will naturally change. Man, this is some BS, man. Now I remember why I stopped trading DAX. I mean, what type of close is this, bro? How did NAS do? Yeah, NAS is still not closed above. 2 minutes for NAS to close above. I don't like all these wicks on NAS. This looks like a trap. 15 minutes and 7 minutes, a lot better. Let's put DAX in the bag. I mean, why couldn't it just close above, man? Why does it have to do this? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why can't it just be one day, just give me the trade that I planned? Like, I just don't get it. How many people on broker DAX close above or below? I want to see. We need to see data. Maybe it's just this feed. Check on this broker. This broker is below as well. What is your broker's feed saying? Below? Below. FX Pro is above. So more below than above, you know? Yeah, fuck this. NASDAQ looks like a trap. Look at this 1 minute, just going sideways. I probably won't long NASDAQ until we get out the range on like a 15-minute or even above here. Lesson to us is your discipline. Yeah, it just sucks because you can't break them, you know, then you're gonna lose. This is how my DAX looks. Your DAX is a different story, brother. Your DAX is a different story. I don't know what this DAX is, man. This is not DAX. This is maybe Brax, man. This is, you know, some copy version of DAX, bro. you know. Do you feel Trump is running the metal markets, gold, especially oil? Yeah, he's trying. He's hopeless at the moment, Trump. He's hopeless. He's just trying to bring some buoyancy back into the market. I mean, he's not looking good as a president. So he comes into office, starts a war in the Middle East. Fuel, gas prices are at the worst they've ever been. Even here, it's the first time in over 20 years that I've been here that we've had gas prices at this cost. He's now also dumped the stock market. Let's see the job market now. If the job market starts to struggle, it's not a good look. So of course he's gonna try. He's panicked. You know, he got dragged into this by certain individuals from a certain nation that does more harm than good in the world. And now he's realized, he's like, oof, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe what I did is not the best idea, and now I'm hopeless. I need to bring some buoyancy back in the market. So let me just tweet as much as possible that things are going well. Things are going well. Just to at least give some relief in the market, right? He's blaming Europe that we didn't help. He did it to UK, and then I think they gave in as well. They started helping. Above this 15, above this 15 is very clean. You think this operation will not end today? He'll bring interesting news, brother. We will not end for probably 3 weeks, if even. I know for a fact this will not end in. He says 2 weeks himself. That I don't trust. You have to realize it's not him who runs the show here, huh? There's another party involved who's also running the show. Just because he withdraws troops, right? If he withdraws troops, doesn't mean that Iran opened the Strait of Hormuz. You know, the withdrawal of troops doesn't do too much. It will bring buoyancy, yes. All right, so we have this 15-minute close here, right? Yeah, this is the 15 close. We're below this 15 here. So let's see if we can get a pullback trade. I really wish we close here. Got family over? Good luck, brother. Oh, we might close above here. Let's see. Need a good bottom wick. It's not deep enough here. We have big stop, 41-point stop. What if I ran it back in 5-minute range? 28 points. I want to see deep bottom wick here. Unless I go aggressive. Ah, did that close above? I need to see futures. I might not have time. To enter because I need to double check futures. But it's not the deepest bottom wick here. Yeah, on futures we had room. On futures we had room. Thanks for updating me for anyone who's on futures. We had room. Futures we had room. I just marked it up. This is current 15, not previous 15. Yeah, but that's previous. We can rely on that to get through the previous one. Run stop below the 5. 23, 28. Wasn't even a pip away. Yeah, I'm talking about not the previous, I'm talking about the current one. Previous one, I'm not too worried. We have like 5 wicks going through it. You know? Yeah, this is the trade of the day. Stupid, this thing. How does it say I have multiple sessions open in my freaking terminal, man? Every time I log in, this is a bug, man. Every time I log into Top Step, it says I have multiple sessions open. You guys did not take it? No, because I was logged out and I was asking people if there's a 15 and no one was answering me. It always does it, refresh a couple of times, and then what? I don't have to log in again? Clear your cache? Yeah, that I didn't do. Yeah, this is the trade, man. This was the trade. So if you did get in, this was good, man. I just needed to check. I don't jump in anything without checking. Not at 1-to-1 yet, though. 1-to-1 is up here, so it's still, you know, still a little bit of work, but you know, 1 minute push straight, so it might need to come retest and do whatever. I could get in on a retest, but let's see. Ooh, we might be able to get a chance on the retest. Let's have a look. Which time of retest are you aiming for? We need to see like a bullish candle close, but I want it to come lower, so it's essentially the same entry, right? Back here, but I need to see a bullish candle. You know? NASDAQ previous daily? On futures, you mean? CFD, we have previous daily much higher. So I'm guessing on futures. Let me check on futures. On CFD, no, on futures we don't have previous daily yet. Previous daily is a lot higher. And also on CFD, previous daily is higher for me. Yeah, my previous daily is up here. So a lot of room for me. I joined, was gonna take S1 but closed just below. Yeah, some closed above. Depends which one you were marking on. On futures is not valid. It closed right below previous 15 and there was not no wick that had crossed. There were a few wicks that crossed. These wicks. All these. Plus this body here, plus this wick, this wick, this wick. And depends, if you mark it on the lows like this, it still would close below. If you mark it on the highs though, if it's a gap up high, then you have still a little bit of room. So I don't know which one it would be. Plus you're entering above it both ways, right? Even if you mark it lows or highs, you're entering above it and it's previous. Same on 30. So you rely on volume to push through in this case. Ideally, we buy above here too here. This is your ideal scenario. Wow. Millimeters, bro. Millimeters today. That's millimeters. On 4 hours setup 3, you can consider it. I mean, if it was something to consider, you would have done it then, right? You have to be coming in with 4-hour mindset at that point then. You don't consider a 4-hour trade later, right? It's a setup, yes, but I mean, you consider it now. It doesn't make sense to consider it now. Doesn't make sense to consider it now because it's something that already happened. So it looks better in hindsight. Because you have to have that type of mindset. So you're going to use that as confirmation for your trade on the 15-minute, or you're going to trade off the 4-hour, right? It's one or the other. Bro, that is nuts, bro. That is absolutely nuts. That is nuts, the cost of a Porsche battery, bro. That is stupid. Looking at buys or sells depends on what pair. What do you think about swing position gold buy back to 5,000? You're playing with fire. Trump is a joker card, man. Trump is a joker card. You don't know how this, unless you have to believe right now that everything is over within a couple of weeks. Because remember, you have to put a stop loss. It's fun without a stop loss, but you need to put a stop loss. So you're late already. You're very late in the move. So where are you going to put a stop loss? You know, 3,000 pips. Even 4,300 is, you know, if we come back here. Like, why not long from here? Like, this is where you have to be long from, down here. Then put stop below this wick. Because if anything happens in escalation, you're going to see this come back here. Retest these zones. But remember, your entry is going to be all the way up here. We can range here for months, huh? So guess what happens in months? If you're doing this on CFDs, you have swap charges. You're going to be paying swaps every day you hold this. So you want to try be in profit so you don't just keep losing money on swaps. So you have to calculate that into your position, right? How much you're going to be paying on swaps. Like, it's not the place to buy a swing position at 4-hour highs. Like, your swing is from here. Yes, if you're in a sell, you get paid to hold the position. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine? This is how good GJ was back in the day. Back in the day, GJ, to hold a long, you get paid. And GJ was only going up back in the day. You get paid. What a great move, man. Look at this. This is the best move I've seen in London for a long time. This is unbelievable move. Look at this move. Straight 5. Not even 1-5 bearish. 100 points. Amazing. Look at the 1 minute. Just easy 1 minute structure. Hope this volume will remain. It won't be the same like this. This is a different day, man. You know, this is a special day. But, you know, we'll see how volume continues. I mean, it's nice to see the volume. But you're not going to get every day push 100 points like this, you know. But at least we're getting some form of continuation, right? We're going from one point to another point. We're not, you know, that point may be smaller the next day. It may be bigger. We don't know. But the nice thing is to see progression. We want progression. Hey Ari, how you been? Nice to see you on stream. It's Gmail. Yo, bro. Hope you're well, brother. Man, look at this volume, bro. Look at this volume. Look at this 5. Look at DAX. Oh, man, millimeters, bro. Millimeters, bro. Millimeters from an absolute banger, bro. Sometimes life is unfair. Not every day, yeah. First time I've seen a long time we've had continuation, but this is, you know, a little bit fundamental, but just unlucky, man. Millimeters, bro. Millimeters. Let me see. Maybe, I mean, obviously you could take it on a 1 hour. That's, yeah, fine, but, you know, not really gonna do that at that point. 30-minute. Yeah, you could take the setup 3, to be honest. So that's something, but it's not the cleanest setup 3. It's double rejection wick. 15-minute close bearish engulfing as well. Yeah, I think the best was the 5, man. That makes total sense, the 5. We're just talking about millimeters here. So the best is the 5. Anyways, don't worry about something you had no control over. Gold is in a tough range right now. This is a tough area to be on gold. Because we have limited range for upside continuation. We have limited range for pullbacks to continue up, right? Because if we want to pull back, you know. BTC up or down? BTC is like in a consolidation at the moment, huh? We're at a consolidation, so it's not. I don't think we're gonna break out up or down. I see it continuing to be in this consolidation. Yeah, we can take sweeps to the low, but for me, I think we stick in this consolidation. If you're talking about intraday timeframes, yeah, at the moment looks like it wants to do a little bit of a pop-up. We could get as high as probably 70, around the 70K here. But I see for a session here, you know, target 69,300 for the session. We have a little bit of issues here at around 68,974. Yeah, some issues around here. If we can pull back, hold supports, then we can look to push through that. Are you not looking for an entry? Of course I am. What do you think I'm doing here? Staring at my wall? I had one entry. You know, trading is not about taking a trade every single second, right? That's not trading. Like we just had a big push here in the market here. This is the move you want to be part of. Yapping? Yeah, I'm gonna yap while we wait for a move. What do you want me to do? Just sit here quiet? I can do that as well. I don't need to offer you guys value. I took that move in DAX. Nice. Yeah, I was looking to take the same move as well. I just didn't have the one confirmation I was looking for, which is a slight close above here, right? If I had just my slight close above here, that's my confirmation. Boom. I'm in this for a wick fill here. I looked on my broker, I didn't have. Vantage did actually, when I checked Vantage, it did close above as well. I checked IC as well, did not close above IC, close above Vantage. Some other guys as well, they had closes above themselves. Some had closes below. I checked this broker here as well. This was also a close below. So I don't know. By the time you kind of figure that out, it's too late, you know. It's too late. Then we actually reviewed and we checked other time frames, right? What made you focus on a few pairs? Are you not tempted to go fishing for other opportunities? When I first started trading, I used to analyze 21 pairs. All the major Forex pairs I used to analyze one by one. And I would never get trades because I would miss everything. It's too much to handle. Like, you can't manage that many pairs. Too much is going on. There's been times where 3 pairs is too much for me. You know? 3 pairs is too much. Makes sense if you take swing, 100%. If you take swing, yeah, you should look at that many pairs because you're swinging. So you need to just look for, like, it's a filter. You first look at pairs that are in attractive zones for you, and then you filter down. Like, you need that many pairs. But on a day-to-day trading basis, we're day trading here. So as a day trader, you know, it will be too much to keep an eye on all these pairs. Will the war end soon? No, I don't think so. But you know, this type of events, sometimes they can happen overnight, you know? Everything is de-escalated. Today, first day of April, full margin NY. Let's go. Is drawing a line better than a rectangle? Yeah, because rectangle is a zone, line is accurate, right? If I draw a rectangle, I'm drawing a zone. So a zone is not going to tell me much because from here to here is a significant difference. It's 40 pip difference, right? Whereas a line is a pip by pip. Would you like to do GeoGuessr? Bro, I've been getting hate for doing GeoGuessr, bro. They've been DMing me on Instagram saying that I fell off, I don't know what, and no one wants to watch. Like, why are you streaming just to play games? It's like, come on, man. Can you guys relax? Frickin' take trades. Like, don't they understand that I'm doing that to wait for setups? Like, they got pissed since we started playing it, man. Look at the stream viewers. 270. We're at 600 like 3 weeks ago. So picky. This month you're taking 1 trade per day month. I think that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. You know, that should be a good test of discipline. It's enough to give yourself a chance. You know, so that should help. They're back in 1 week. Let's try it. Let's try it. What are they saying? I don't know. What's the name of the GeoGuessr website that is free? When are we getting Kahoot again, bro? We need to run that up. OpenGuessr, yeah, that's the name, OpenGuessr. We have a bit of 1 minute change of structure here. We do have a mixed bias here. Now, it's not the most confidence mixed bias here. It's a big move up here. We are due some sort of relief in the market. So there's a chance we can short, once we get maybe a second 5-minute candle closing bearish just for some relief. I'm still bullish on this move up here, but we're due for a pullback. So if we get the confirmation of a pullback, perfect would be change of 5-minute structure. But sometimes we move very fast up. So sometimes, we might be able to just catch a small scalp. I need a way to take 5 to 10 trades a day without being considered over trading. Well, depends on your strategy, man. Like, if your strategy calls for 5 to 10 trades a day, then fine. It's not over trading, right? Over trading is just taking random trades, not strategy-based trades. That is over trading. Like, taking one extra trade than you normally do is considered over trading. If, like, that's enough to be over trading. If you're taking a lot of trades, like for example, yesterday, guys, in NY, I took 3 trades in NY, 3. Right? They were planned trades, but I took 3. Did I consider myself over trading? No, I wasn't considering myself over trading. There's an argument to call it over trading, but it was not random trades. So I feel like over trading is considered when you take a trade outside of your rules. That is considered over trading. Oil just dumped like right now, or has it been dumping? Let's see. Yeah, it has been dumping heavy here. That's why we're getting this push up here on the stock market here. So they're actually expecting some sort of resolution, huh? Market is pricing in a resolution. What if Iran cut internet cables? Will it be a disaster? It would be a disaster for the whole world. Oof. It will be a disaster for the whole world, but a good break. No media narratives, no all of this BS. How many people usually in your premium live streams? Right now we have 35. In New York session we have around 50. 45. How are we gonna trade if internet cut, bro? Take a break from trading, bro. No one's gonna be doing business. Everyone's gonna be in the same boat, so you just take a break. You get to take a little bit of a break. I mean, it's problem for systems, I wonder with this bullishness, can we just scalp the 1 minute here? This, if you want to go aggressive, this is your aggressive position. Once you make a little bit better of a bottom wick. I'm not gonna do this first day of the month after we push so much. If we were down here, yes, I would do it for sure. Makes sense, but not here. Not here. I think we can take impulsive once gold breaks 15-minute high. Let me have a look. No bottom wick on this. Let me see on broker. You do have a little bottom wick, yeah. Harry, backtesting is important for perfection or live market execution. For me, backtesting makes a massive difference because you get volume, repetition, right? Like every single athlete, every single professional in the world practices their profession. So how are you practicing trading? Like trading live is not practicing. Trading live is pressuring. Trading live has goals you're trying to reach. Trading live has patience required. You don't have all of that in a backtesting software. You can simply test the strategy, test your execution, test what you need to do on a daily basis, test your analysis, which is a very important part of your journey. You need to be able to test that stuff. Because when you come to live market, you have these things. You're sitting here on your ass waiting, you get anxious, you get antsy, you want to take trades, you get frustrated because it's not giving you your entry options, not giving you your confirmations. Like, that's not an environment where you're going to be collecting data. It's just pure annoying, right? And that's where you want to change strategy. That's where you want to quit. That's where you want to FOMO in. All of that stuff happens, you know, because it forces you, like, you know, I'm done with this strategy. I'm going to try something else. Because on Instagram, I saw this guy take an entry today and he won very nicely. So I'm going to copy him. Then you start on that. Then you start this whole cycle again. I've been there. I've done that because it used to annoy me, you know. Then I get cooked there. Then I just never ever, you know, achieve any results, which is, it's annoying at some point because you just sit there doing nothing. Like, sometimes the markets really wanna annoy you, right? Today we're talking about millimeters, right? Millimeters from catching this whole move. But what if I just took this, right? That's what goes in your mind. What if I just broke my rules and took this and lost? How would I feel then? You know, it's always good when there's upside like this, but what if I lose? Because then I'm going to keep making my mistake, keep breaking my rules. Whoa, 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 what happened to my whole screen? That was weird. Do you think the market is very shitty these days? Yeah, I think it's New York is not that bad. But overall market as a whole is very confused. The market's very confused. I've been following you a long time. A friend of mine referred me to another Discord at $179 a month, mostly Turtle Soup, CISD. Might give yours a shot next. The guy reads price action well, but mostly all in NY session. Yeah, man, I don't know why you're paying $179 a month. Like, $179 a month gets you 3 months in my group, man, you know? Finished the first combine? Congrats, brother. Congrats. There you go, bro. Let's go. How long you been here? GC long to finish it. Aggressive. 1 month almost? Damn, that's impressive. That's good stuff. Now you need payout, man. Now next is the payout. So let's see if your consistency has hold. So you've done a great step, man. You've passed your combine now. Had some confidence. Let's send it now. Yeah, let's go. Post it in here so you remember. Do you know what's going on yesterday? Today is lagging hard. Is it? I haven't had any reports. Anyone can check for me because on mine it's working. So if it's someone else, then I know. If not, then maybe just clear cache. Someone has Pip Labs, please check if anything. Because here it's working. We were on it yesterday. If we can get back below the 1 hour, we can maybe look for some shorts. Otherwise, price might use the 1 hour as support, right? If we can kind of get a close below the 1 hour like this, we can maybe look for some shorts down. What's your broker? This is not Top Step. This is just TradingView, brother. Also, you can always message Antonio in the group. Just go to the group, go to PipLabs report and do @Eldest. Like this. Do that now, message him and just show him so we can see. I'll even test it here just to double check nothing has changed overnight. Just want to double check. So which lag is happening? Switching timeframes? Seems okay. Playing speed? So like this? What happens? Let's skip by like 15 seconds. So a lot slower. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's okay for me. Full speed as well. Slower. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's probably just something in your cache or something on your browser blocking, or maybe even your internet service provider. We've had that. Because see, this is the problem. It's for me, this is it working normally, to be honest. I don't notice this being laggy. Even 200 speed. With AI developing so rapidly, will it become smart enough to replace day trading specifically? If I can't replace with retail traders, which part of trading will be automated using AI? Probably analysis and overviews. I think it has to do with something with the hardware acceleration option in his browser. Yeah, the browsers, they give us a lot of headache, browsers. Two people who give us headaches are internet service providers and browsers. Because sometimes we get flagged by internet service providers because we're sending so much data from our servers to the browser. And then the internet service provider is like, no, thank you. But then we just switch people. That's why we have support. Like if any of that happens, like we can switch and fix it. And a good way to test yourself though is to use a VPN. That's a good way to test yourself. Hello sir, please help me one thing. I am buy funded account, but I have not fully money. You give me $150. Please sir, after profit, I am return money. I think you need $100 to take English lessons, brother. That's what you need $100 for. I think I'll pay $100 for you to take English lessons. Once you take English lessons, then we can discuss about you getting funded. Because I don't think you can read the rules on the funded account challenge. That's my worry. Is you start to read the rules on the funded challenge and you'll fail it, because you won't comprehend what's happening there. I think this is the first lesson we have, This is the first lesson we have. It's definitely comment of the day. For sure, comment of the day. We should post this comment. I haven't posted comment of the day for a long time. For sure, this comment of the day. What image? Hello? How do you paste it saying image? That is so bad. Oh, it pasted in Zoom chat. Image? What image? Brother, as much as I would love to help you, I rather give the $150 to people who don't have food, man, Not giving it to you for a funded account that you're about to blow, I'm not giving it to a funded account that you're gonna blow, bro. That's the unfortunate truth. I've seen you on futures, Harry. How's it been? Amazing, man. Amazing. I like futures. It's fun. Better image support. I know, right? It's cool. I mean, the payouts kind of suck because they take 50%, but I like the balance between both. I think it's a good thing. Are you concerned with the AI or breaking or changing the trading industry? What do you think will happen in the next years? I'm not concerned because I'm already ahead of the curve and I'm using AI to trade. I have AI softwares in the background I'm working on. I have all of the AI shit I've been using already. So whatever happens in the industry, I'm on top of it because I'm interested in it. I'm adopting it. I'm using it and I will profit off it. So no matter the direction it's going, which I'm following the direction it's going at the moment, it's not worrying me because for me, it's going to be an opportunity to make profit. So no, I'm not worried. I'll tell you what I am worried about. Actually, I'm not worried about that. I'll be happy with that. But I think it could get a lot of people out of the market. I'm worried at some point they're going to clean up the whole industry. And in order to trade, you'll have to have minimum deposits of like $25,000. Like back in the day, how it was. Are you really using AI? Yeah, we have a lot of softwares coming out with, you're going to see it on Pip Labs, guys. We have a lot of stuff coming out that we've designed with AI. AI is great, man. It's really good at using data. Like we've been training a AI model for multiple years, If my broker has no bottom wick, but all other brokers have a bottom wick, can I still enter? Yeah, I normally do that because it's like, okay, everything else has it. You know what I mean? I think oil is lubricating other instruments too. That's funny, yeah. This is London open candle here on Dow. Your yesterday US 30 trade had no bottom wick. I didn't take a US 30 trade yesterday. I took a NASDAQ and a US 30 short. My US 30 short had a bottom wick. My trade on NASDAQ yesterday stopped me out. I lost on my NASDAQ trade and then I won on my US 30 trade. Yes, my direction was correct, but it went deeper. Silver hasn't moved today, has it not? Yeah, silver's been chilling. It's moved a little bit, but not as much as I would say gold. Gold move a lot more. So we get gold breakout here. Straight into this 15 is the problem. Wonder if we can get a little pullback here, man. Look at this, 1 minute is so sketchy. This is where we might get some shorts soon here, huh? Finally tapped the daily support. 15-minute now, liquidity grabbed the high. 5-minute time frame liquidity. All these early buyers here are now getting a bit of punishment. So there's two options we have right now. We're either going to consolidate in here, or we're going to get a little bit of a relief downside, which we could look to trade a little bit of the relief. Doesn't mean it's going to retrace the whole move. It's possible, but Hunter is trading live now. Go to stream and say, where is Coach Harry? Go tell him, are you scared of Harry's lines? Go message, go message. This run ain't done. NQ wants 24,200. Maybe. But we could get a little bit of a relief pullback if it wants to. Look at gold, 1 minute, sells below 1 minute structure. Well, gold is full bullish bias, so this is something I won't be doing on gold because... Actually, no, we do have mix. You're right, wait. Yeah, but I can't sell on a 1 minute, you know, and I need the 15-minute to close at least back in the range, you know. Yeah, we need something to close back in the range. I mean, you could try. It's very aggressive to sell on the 1 minute. You could try, but just be careful because we might fake out a little bit, right? We've had only higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So just be careful. Be aggressive with it. You know, you have to manage very aggressively. Bro, why does it keep logging me out, man? I'm in at 145 on futures. Chat, should we take his signal, 145 signal? If he wins it, we give him 1 free month in TS exclusive. Are you checking from Top Step on your phone? No, I only have it open on my PC, man. Top Step on phone is not that good, man. It's okay, but it's not that good. L signal? We haven't reached 145 yet. We can bring this up. 145 is here. I'm looking to short below 145. So should I take my signal or take his signal? Where's SL though, bro? Where's SL? That's the key. Where is SL? Small size if you follow very... now you're saying very risky, huh? Come on. I'm putting big size, man. 130 SL? It's a big SL, man. It's a long, yeah, I know it's a long, but it hasn't tapped it yet. So the market has bamboozled you right now because it's come short by a couple of points from your entry. Waiting for 5 to close below? Yeah, below this 1 minute structure, which is the same as where he wants to take a buy. Where can we see your latest trades? I post trades in my Telegram and in my journal. Journal is in the whoa, why is it all dark? Journal is in the description. Journal is in the description. I can send you the Telegram link as well. I post updates there as well if you're interested in updates. There you go. Did you get the 1 minute close below? Yeah, you did get the 1 minute close below, but now I come back, so it doesn't give you no bottom wick, no top wick. Stop loss here, 80 pips. How much you give? 50. That's a good push to get break even. London being London? No, London was good volume, man. Just didn't give me that close on DAX. DAX was the one, and then NASDAQ, we saw what happened. That's it. You know, London Open, yeah, it's kind of boring at the moment, London Open, but that's why we like to show up pre-London. It's actually better than London Open. What's gold doing? Gold there. Silver hasn't pushed as much here. Silver, we have a 5 minute S2 at the moment. Silver could be interesting if it breaks the high to continue up. 1 hour bullish. 30-minute time frame bullish. Let's see on futures if this is above the range or below the range. Oh, we also have this in potentially 3 minutes. 1 hour closed above. Oh, interesting. It's an aggressive entry, but it can work here. Once it breaks this low, it's game over. London already opened? Yeah, opened about 12 minutes ago. How many payouts have you got from Top Step? 8 payouts. But they're the same payout, but from 8 different accounts. Not 8 different, 4 different accounts, 2 payouts each account. 2K profit payout, 2K profit. Very simple, to be honest. So it's the same payout, meaning that it's not 8 different. How am I supposed to explain? It's not 8 different times I've taken an account from a balance to a higher balance. I took it twice to a higher balance, and I took 4 payouts from the 4 accounts, which were all the same trades, because I copied 4 accounts. Make sense? NQ 145. Well, yeah, he wanted to buy from 145. So this is his buy zone. I'm seeing if this 5-minute closes below or above. Maybe I can take an aggressive short if it closes below. Need a better stop loss placement. See, so 145 buy, he said he wanted to have stops at 130. That's 15 points. So yeah, you can get a 1-to-1 pretty close. So his trade is going to work 100% here if we stay in the range, right? Because you're buying from the bottom of the range. Best place to buy if we stay in the range. If this continues to make lower highs, it's going to be maybe some issues. So no top wick here. There is a good chance that the top wick should come. Quite like this actually. This supports his buy idea. Break the lows. If we break this high here, he should get a little bit of a pop. I see as a top wick. Yeah, the fact I think is we didn't close below on the 5. See, there's no close below here on the 5. There's maybe a chance for a scalp here. If we close below on the 1 minute, there's a chance for a scalp. If not, then we should hold the support and I think pop up at least to 60s here. 60s is not out the question. I prefer to do the 5 days of 150, man. Not the consistency one. see if we close below, maybe I take a short. Have a sell stop ready. Aggressive break even though. If we just break this low and drive, then okay. It's not showing good volume to any direction. We need to pick a direction soon. So now we're gonna have this 1 minute close above here. So if this doesn't pop up here, because now we have liquidity grab, liquidity grab, liquidity grab, liquidity grab. If this doesn't pop up, it's showing the market has low volume, because we have enough liquidity now for us to at least get a small pop. I'm not saying we end up here, but at least somewhere here or here. Right, should happen in this next 1 minute candle. If not, then we're just showing a little bit of low volume at the moment. I mean, at some point it will have to resolve itself, right? How much do you say AI is involved in your trading? Is it a big part or not as important as people think? I think it will become a bigger part. I think with the way that we are developing the technology, I think it can contribute to 30-35% of my trading. And then as things get more advanced, it will be moving up towards 50% of my trading. But at the moment, 25 to 35%. This is a 5 minute candle close. So we have 5 minute candle close below now. Might be a quick pop here. Whoa, whoa, it didn't trigger my order. Did you guys see that? Yeah, there's no volume in this market. I'm sketched out now. That sketched me out. So what do I do? Re-enter break of lows or what? No, I'm confused. There's no volume. I would just out straight away. I mean, you can get out break even. It's not a big deal. Had multiple chances. I'm actually thinking of a way to get back in. But I don't want to enter lower here, break of this low, you know? But I also don't want to enter just here when it's showing me low volume. I wanted a straight push. Honestly, if I was in this trade, I'd probably get out break even with the way it's moving super slow. Because you expect once we break this low, it should drive. Nice little drive here. Where would you put SL in this trade? I'll put above the 5 minute candle, which is also this 1 minute structure, but I'm not trusting the trade. It's too low volume. Like we should have, like this type of trade, I want to see good volume, which can come, you know, it can definitely come there. Now it's coming. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see, you know. But look, if it snaps back now, so let's say now I was in the trade, my entry's here. Like if this starts to come back now, I would want to get out again because I just don't trust. Remember, we're going against momentum. We're looking for a pullback. So this is just showing me lack of confidence. But if it can do this, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. But now if it snaps back, I'm not interested. Yeah, like that. I don't know why. That was weird. I wonder what happened there, why it didn't trigger my order. 1-to-1 would be here, so you'd look for a quick 1-to-1 on this. You don't wanna push it more than a 1-to-1. Ideally, with this consolidation, you should be able to get the 1-to-1 without having a pullback. You know, ideally. So I would be break even here. So today, let's see, either it rejects now, otherwise I would have been out break even. So let's see. This is why I didn't want to enter re-break of the lower low here, because see, that would have actually technically stopped me out break even, plus I wouldn't be at a 1-to-1. This is good. If this 1 minute can close below here, it should not come back to entry. If this closes bullish, high chance going to be break even. If it can close where my mouse is, like that, yeah, this should hit 1-to-1. Now you could actually trail your stop loss if it closes like this in 22 seconds to above here. So you could put your stop a little bit in profit, just so you can cover for a little bit of slippage or whatever. Nice pullback trade. Yeah, it's struggling though. It should be able to hit that 1-to-1, no issues, man. We've consolidated for a lot. Really should be able to give you just one more push here, if not more, man. I wouldn't stop it at a 1-to-1, but it's just not giving the drive. But it's not bad. Like, it's at least you're not at entry, but this is the zone we have to respect now, my line. Okay, we tapped the line once. There was some sellers come in there now. Now let's see if the sellers can hold and push this down. If a candle breaks above this high here, it's game over. If we can respect this line that I had, it was like here, you're gonna get a chance. You're gonna get a chance. So this is the fight. This is the fight between buyers and sellers right now. The moment buyers are winning. Again, if we close above my line, it's gonna come to entry. Yeah. So believe it or not, guys, after all of that, I would have been bamboozled out of a couple of pips here, man. Would have put stop here. It's my 1-to-1. I mean, if I put, depends, man. It's tight, man. You had to close perfectly. You had to close perfectly to get the 1-to-1. So it's a push, but not as big as we want. Now, there can be more entries on this retest here, huh? Now it's a bit 50-50 until we get confirmation. So we could look for more shorts, but again, silver doing nothing, gold.
For everyone who's still here, I'm gonna host New York again today since Joe isn't here.
Nice
It's
one,
just
man.
you're aware.
They're scared.
Better be. All the winning we're doing these days.
I'm gonna be there in NY, I think.
Oh no.
Should be.
Okay, I have to be somewhere else then.
Only wins, bro. Only wins.
Well, the idea on Monday wasn't bad, so I'm okay with that. Just no continuation above.
Let's see today. Markets are moving nice, man. Markets are moving nice. Like we have volume today.
Yeah, but by the time I'm coming to New York session, it's usually, very far high in the market.
Don't worry, we have NYSE volume, brother.
Okay,
That will protect us.
I need a win.
Bro, we couldn't be shorting in NY, huh? Like, keep that in mind. Like, we could end up being shorting by NY, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's
let's
fine.
see. Anyways, chat, I'm gonna head off now. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Thanks for this bullshit today. Very upset with DAX, man. That was a beautiful trade that would have been. We wanted to attempt this NASDAQ short. I hesitated when my order got rejected because I didn't want to jump back in. I hate that. Sometimes I like just to be in and then you can't do anything about it because you're in. So you have to put stop loss and wait. But it wouldn't have really given me the one-to-one. I would have had my stop loss above this wick. Unless I decided to put it here, it was... and you had to close perfectly, right? Remember, this was a quick wick, then rejected. Now, for continuation of downside, you want this 5-minute to close bullish, and then another one to close below bearish. Then you can get the downside continuation. Otherwise, we're going to consolidate up here. Then maybe retrace it later. So, appreciate you all, guys. Much love as always. Take care. Trade sharp. Hopefully speak to you guys soon. Much love. Peace. Cheers.